Okay, so we are,
Did you start over?
okay, 2 over. We attempted to do this in the past before we were really ready because we'd gotten a few locations off.
Yeah, but we didn't get really the timeline that we needed to use.
We didn't get the exact timeline.
And we didn't get the exact locations.
For a couple places.
Yeah.
So we are doing it again, and oddly enough, this time is raining just like last time.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which, I think we plan these on rainy days because we can't go outside.
Yeah.
So we are going to be, maybe even if it's raining, we are going to be getting out at some locations. We're going to be showing you all the swimming hole.
It's too bad because we had an awesome plan today.
Maybe I know we're going to do the water, and we can't. So today is going to be the morning and a little bit of the afternoon leading up to when Summer went home. We were going to do this weekend with a couple other people, a couple other guests. We were going to cover the afternoon after they got home to when the call came in, but it got postponed because one of them had last minute travel plans. So gives us time actually today to do to redo our accurate morning of. So we're going to be starting at Ben Hill. We are going to do the drive to Holston Medical Center, and then we'll talk about the timeline, what happened there, where they went next. We're going to go through the whole thing. We're going to show you those locations. Every single location we're going to show you all so you can see what it looks like and the type of travel between the places, things like that. And we may stop and get out. However, I think it's because it's raining, because usually on a rainy day Jen doesn't feel the greatest, but Jen is not feeling the greatest again today.
No, I am not.
Why is that? How are you feeling?
Well, for one thing, I have an upset stomach. I don't know what's causing that, but I just feel really stressed out. Which sucks. I said it sucks twice.
It's okay. Stressed out because of today or in general?
In general, like I've been feeling a lot lately.
Unsettled, all that kind of stuff.
Very. And But I gotta warn you that what I feel, Moon also feels, it appears. Yeah. So if you hear her protesting.
It's probably not going to be the easiest day today, but we're going to get through it. We need to check the timing. We need to show you all the locations, but we're going to do it today. We're going to get through it all. Ending probably getting some Sonic. No, actually after the Sonic we have to go to another location.
Yeah, let me just say this is jam-packed.
It is jam-packed. So let's get started. We need to get going before we lose too much of the day, so let's get going.
I'd grow if I could.
So, we're at the Holston Valley Medical Center.
Mm-hmm.
They got here around...
They got
here at 8 to 8:30, around there. That's when the appointment was. From the Rogersville newspaper, dropped off grandmother, went to visit friends in Kingsport. Dropped off grandmother, so she says she just dropped her off.
They did, I knew that.
Maybe walked her in, but they left her here. So immediately, maybe around 8:30 to 8:40, they left here and went to the friend who we know as Allie. Allie's
who is Hunter's mom.
Who is Hunter's mom. So what we're doing is we're going from here. We confirmed where Allie lived. We're not going to show the exact location on film. We're going to go to that area of town. I'll show you on the map the area of town, a big circle around it, so not the exact location. We're going to go from here to there, see how long it takes us to get to that location. Then we'll go to the next part of this timeline.
Yep,
so
sounds good.
8:40. We leave, they leave here, they go straight there.
That's what it sounds like.
Alright, let's do that. So I kind of get it. It says, Google says it's a 5-minute drive to that location. So I can get how they would drop off grandma and be like, Candace would have been like, well, gotta wait a while, so who do we know in this area?
Where can we hang out?
Where can we hang out for a little bit, just to wait? Yeah. So it makes sense that she would go there. They weren't completely getting along at that time, but they were still friends, so I can see how she would maybe just go over and say, hey, we have to wait for mom to finish, and I don't know, maybe they were on good enough terms at that point to hang out.
Yeah, because why would they? I mean,
otherwise they would have hung out. Yeah,
right?
So we have to assume that. And it's, like I said, Google says 5 to 6 minutes. So once we get there, it's really not far of a drive. I mean, it's right kind of across town. So this is, the location of this is near Eastman. So it's like from Eastman, you go up the road, and it's from up the road, across the bridge, underneath the bridge, and it's honestly, it's like right there practically. So all of this driving here is not taking a whole lot of time, and it's very early in the morning.
Well, not for us.
For us, it's very early in the morning. Not most people. I wonder if she called her or texted her in any way beforehand to let her know she was coming over. She just popped in and said, hey, we just want to hang out. We being, at that point, her and Summer.
Right.
Well, Hunter said Summer was like a sister to him. So she was probably like, hey, Summer, do you want to see Hunter? Of course, Summer's going to be like, yeah. Right?
Of course. What little girl doesn't love to have a
big brother
figure?
Yeah. So of course they're going to go hang out. I think Hunter even said they were originally planning on maybe going to the splash pad, but I don't know if it was that day or another day. Now I know splash pad is actually not far, walking distance practically.
Okay.
I'm surprised I wonder why they didn't decide to go to the splash pad.
Probably because she promised Summer they could go fishing or something.
Right.
I don't know, but they didn't end up fishing. So.
Yeah. Alright, let's get there and we'll see. All right, Jen made, we're at the location, we're near the location. Jen made a really good point that we are trying very hard to say, or we should try very hard to say when we're saying something that's not proven. beyond a shadow of a doubt with receipts,
Yeah.
because we don't want to redistribute misinformation. So we're going to try to state when something is a rumor if we decide to say it. But good point.
Right. Anytime. Poor Moon.
All right, Moon. We're going to be getting. Oh, we could stop at the splash pad.
I don't think dogs are allowed there.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So dropped off grandmother. Went to visit friends in Kingsport. That's where we are now. Waited there. Poor Moon. We're going soon. Waited there. Then Hunter asked to go along when Grandma called to pick her up. That's a direct quote. So that's a direct quote to the newspaper.
Okay.
Hunter asked to go along with them when they went to pick up the grandmother. Didn't say how long they waited to pick her up. Then we drive away across town to get prescriptions. So she said, I went to pick her up. Then we drive all the way across town and dropped her prescriptions off. So they went back to the hospital. I would assume a doctor appointment, probably. This is guessing now.
Yeah. If it was an appointment, it would be about like
an hour.
But if she was waiting in the emergency to get seen, that would take 5 hours.
5 hours.
But it must have been an appointment.
Well, they went there. They said they went at that time in the morning.
Yeah.
To an appointment, I believe. So I believe that's confirmed enough to say that it probably took about an hour. A typical appointment is an hour. So, which means we're around 9:40, almost 10 o'clock at this point.
I still don't get how they're going to have enough time to do this. Go to the swimming hole.
We don't know yet. I mean, we're kind of, that's what we're doing today.
Right.
But 9:40-ish, this is the real guess here, because we don't know how long they stayed at Allie's. So, back to the hospital, which is only a 5-minute drive, so we're still probably before 10 o'clock in the morning. I think safely before 10 o'clock in the morning. By the time they get to the hospital.
Oh, see, I was confused. So they get Hunter, then they go get the grandmother. Okay, I was forgetting that the grandmother was with them.
According to Candace's statement to the newspaper.
Hi, Moon.
So,
what do you think, Moon?
We're going to go back to the hospital, then we're going to go to Walgreens to pick up the prescription, or to drop off the prescription.
Right. There's nothing here.
The Walgreens.
Moon.
I'll make sure we get the right Walgreens on the map. So, next is hospital and then Walgreens.
She's trying to sneak.
I know.
In here.
You having fun yet?
About as much fun as Moon is having.
Yes. So if you imagine, so far, Summer, it's not too hard on her because they went to the hospital, dropped off the grandmother, went to her sort of brother Hunter, and Allie's. They stayed there for maybe an hour, we're thinking.
Well, as long as they thought that it would take for...
She got a call from the grandmother.
Oh, okay.
So we know exactly at the end of the appointment she called. Then Hunter asked to go along when Grandma called to pick her up. I went to pick her up, she said, and then we drive all the way across town and drop off her prescriptions. All the way across town, so it's the Walgreens across town. Mm-hmm. We have the map from Web Sleuth showing us the exact location of that Walgreens. So we'll see how long it takes to get across town. We know it's just before 10 now. Most likely, just before 10, we're assuming it was an appointment. Based on, again, the fact that she said they had to be there at 8 o'clock, which means an appointment.
As a timeline goes, I mean, it's the only way that would make sense. It's not like they had 5 hours to wait.
Right. So Hunter, Summer got a break for at least 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get out of the car, stretch her legs, play with Hunter maybe.
Maybe they had a snack.
Snack or whatever, so, okay.
Because we were wondering about the food
About the food, yeah.
No one mentioned food except for the slushie from Sonic. So.
Correct. And I think Allie would have most likely given Summer snack or something.
Yeah. But yet again, that...
Assumption. All right, so next we're going to drive, like as Candace said, all the way across town to the Walgreens.
Drop off the prescription.
Drop off the prescription.
And that would take, what, 5 5 minutes.
Google will tell us how long the drive is.
No, I mean like dropping off the prescription would take what, 5?
Just to even the drive-through, they can just drive through, drop off.
5 minutes.
I know. What's
I
up?
agree.
Tell us.
Yeah.
What's your theory, Moon? What's your theory? Okay, we're gonna head over. It's starting to make sense to me now.
Yeah.
Because if they had to go all the way across town to that Walgreens, now the swimming hole makes sense.
Because it's near that Walgreens.
Path is where's Path Park is right there.
Okay.
And so they're at the Walgreens. Having 20 minutes, it totally makes sense now that they would be like, well, we're not going to go all the way across town to the splash pad. We're just going to go on the side of town and
that does make sense.
Go to the swimming hole.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
so
also,
far, it makes sense.
And this is all the way across town because this is a section of town. You have to, sometimes of the day, I don't know, the 15th was on Tuesday, I believe. That time of day, I think there would be a pretty good amount of traffic going through this section. This is busy usually. Yeah. Very busy.
Or during the week.
During the week. So they had to get through probably traffic. So we're giving them this time, this is a weekend, so 15 minutes to get through here probably would be more like 20 to 25. So we're going to be conservative and say they got at Walgreens 10:15 to 10:30.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right, we're flying through. It's almost 10:30.
Yeah.
Probably, most likely. We drive all the way across town and drop prescriptions off. They said it'd be about 30 minutes at most.
Okay.
So we were like, instead of sitting there in the car where it's hot, it was baking hot, we'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little while. So,
pretty straightforward.
Walgreens, Grandma had to wait 20 to 30 minutes. They went to the swimming hole.
Well, Grandma was with them at the swimming hole. Went with them.
Correctly. Right now...
Yeah, she didn't wait herself for it.
Correct.
You said Grandma had...
The only place Grandma waited, or was, when they weren't, was the hospital.
Right.
They dropped off the prescription. She was in the car. Hunter was in the car. Candace was in the car. Summer was in the car. 4 people in the car. They decided to go to Discount Tobacco, get cigarettes, vape, and 1 twisted tea, and then go to the swimming hole.
Okay.
So Discount Tobacco is where they got... Now this is from Web Sleuth. It says, I thought it was just vape and twisted tea. They say, and that's from a news report.
They say cigarettes?
Cigarettes,
yeah,
vape.
I know. Yeah, they said cigarettes.
Probably for the grandmother, maybe. She doesn't vape, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, Discount Tobacco's next. From here to Discount Tobacco, cigarettes, a vape, and 1 twisted tea. Discount Tobacco is...
It's okay, Moon. Every time we stop, she starts whining.
We're almost at the swimming hole, so
she'll
be able to take a break there. Gotta find the right Discount Tobacco here. Discount Tobacco, Fort Henry Drive, 1.1 miles from here. It takes 4 minutes to drive there. So we're gonna go there next. Get a twisted tea? No, I'm just kidding. honestly, this is all the same. Like, this is all around each other.
Yeah.
This was barely down the road. Took no time to get to Discount Tobacco.
Right.
They went in here. Got their cigarettes, vape, and went to Twisted Tea, and the swimming hole is right down the road.
Okay, so that's where we're going next.
Yeah, and it's like all this is within, if I was going to wait 20, 30 minutes for prescription, that's close enough.
Yeah.
It's all making sense.
Yeah, it is so far.
And they're here, we said the prescription around 10:20 to 10:30, not even any time to get here, so it's still around 10:30ish. Probably took about 5 minutes to get in there and get their stuff, if that.
5 minutes to get here, 5 minutes to get the stuff.
Yep. So another 10 minutes, it's like 10:40.
Yeah.
I think they got to the swimming hole. It's only 7 minutes from here.
Okay.
I think they got there way before 11.
Okay.
I think it was still morning.
I don't know about way before 11.
Yeah, like
around 11.
10:45 to 11 is based on what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Is that swimming hole 10:45 to 11. So let's head over to the swimming hole.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been chasing mountains I can't climb, holding out for heroes in the night. I find myself here in the dark. We learn to fight and learn who we are, but I am raised up to face the stars, full of light, and we are wild like a river, wild like the fire in your veins makes you shiver, and I chase the winter out of my mind like a dark in the distance.
She's pulling you. Hey, Moon. 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 Come here. Good girl. So we are at the swimming hole again. I don't know how many times we've been here. We're going to show you guys the horse stables real quick. What's left of them. It is...
There's a deer.
And there's a deer. Nothing but a burnt out carcass of what was there before. Lots of deer way up there.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one can't seem to figure out how to get over the fence. Like all his friends did. We'll take it down, a walk down to the water again. I'm going to show you all. At this point, they got here, I guess, just before 11 or so.
Seems like it.
Went down to the water. I'm going to show you all the TikTok video, summer swimming, right over there in the water. Around 11 on that day. They supposedly stayed here for 20 minutes. I'm also going to show a really quick small clip of Chris McDonough's interview where she was here with him and talking through what they went through and what they did.
So let's take me back to that day when y'all were here swimming. When you guys got here, who was with you?
My mother was with me.
Yep.
And my daughter.
Yep.
Summer, and Hunter was with us.
Okay.
I got out of the car first, and then so I opened the back door and I let her and Hunter out.
Okay.
And Summer's first thing is to run to the water, of course.
Right.
I don't know. Hunter went off into the woods somewhere. I don't know. Me and my mom and Summer walked over there, and we were just letting Summer play, and then Hunter eventually come back out of the woods wherever he was.
And what was the temperature that day? Give me an idea.
Probably in the 80s.
Okay. So it's Tennessee warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it is now.
And are you an air-conditioned person, or in your mom's truck was the AC on or
I
off?
don't like AC.
Okay.
And she was just playing right here.
And what time do you get here about, if you remember?
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. Time is... I don't keep track of time.
No, I understand.
I mean, I get up in the morning, I do my thing with the kids, and then we go to bed.
Okay.
I know I went to the hospital at 8 with my mom, dropped her off, and I was sitting there, and Hunter called me and asked me what I was doing. I said I was sitting at the hospital in the parking lot waiting on my mom to get done. And he said, well, why don't y'all come over? I said, well, as long as your mom says it's okay.
What's her behavior?
Just jumping around, splashing, having a good time. Just like Summer would always do.
Okay.
I mean, that's how all my kids are. And I said, come on, Summer, we got to go get Grandma's prescription. And we just got back in the truck and left. I know that I did buy an iced tea from the smoke shop in town, but I bought that iced tea from my mother.
Okay.
And the vapes that I bought were nicotine vapes from the hippie house.
Next door.
Right, next door.
Okay.
Well, no, they're kind of, one's further down by the mall. The smoke shop's further down by the mall where I got the iced tea. And the hippie house is just right over here before you crossed over the bridge.
Got it. Okay, so the smoke shop where you bought the
we went to the hospital,
right,
and picked up my mom,
right,
and then we stopped at the smoke shop and I got Mom that twisted tea that she wanted, and then I stopped at the hippie house and got me some smoked nicotine vapes is what I got.
Okay.
But then we went to the Walgreens and dropped off Mom's prescription. I said, well, if we gotta wait 30 minutes, why don't we just bring Summer down here and let her play for a little bit?
Okay.
And that's what we did.
Okay. Okay, so from here, where do you guys go?
Walgreens to pick up my mom's prescription.
Okay, is that the Walgreens right down at the edge here?
Yeah, right straight across.
And you get Mom's prescription.
Yep.
Then what happens?
Then I told Mom, I said, why don't we get a Sonic?
Okay.
Because it's hot out.
Right.
So we drove in there, got a Sonic.
Right across the street.
Yep, right across the street.
Okay.
And then we left from there, and I went up Moreland Drive because I had to pick up a few things. I was in the store for maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Grabbed some milk and some cheese, and I don't remember what else I bought.
Okay. And that's the foodless?
No,
or
priceless.
Priceless. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I was like, Hunter, you're not coming to the house. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going back to your house.
Okay.
And I took him back to his house and dropped him off and left.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because when I have the windows down, it could be 100 degrees. I'll have all the windows up. Roll up the window, Mommy, I'm cold. And she not be cold, but I still do it.
Is that part of Summer's
That's
personality?
just Summer.
Yeah, on the way home.
On the way home, well, we were just sitting there talking, me and Mom. And I was like, what's Summer doing? She's like, oh, she fell asleep. I was like, oh, how's she sleeping? And when I look back, because I'm driving, and I look back like this, she had her arms up like this, like her daddy sleeps all the time.
Okay.
So I wanted to catch that moment.
Okay.
It was just things I do.
Right.
And I was like, here, Mom, hurry up, take that picture. And then she accidentally hit the video record. And I was like, did she put her arm back down? She's like, yeah. I was like, dang. And then she got a picture of her, but by that time her arm was down. But her arm was up most of the time like this.
Right.
And we were like 2 minutes from the house when she took her
Jen and I
arm.
will go down to the water for a little bit and give Moon a little walk. She's got so much energy she needs to get out. Huh? Here, let me.
She's too strong for me.
I'll take her. Come on, Moon. All right. Let's go. Don't eat packaging. No Twinkies Hostess cakes for you, girl. Oh, is it honey buns? Come on. Honey buns. Let's go, girl. Come on. Go down to the water. It's warm today. Oh, good. They've got her flyer back up, too. What's that? A butterfly. She's chasing a butterfly now. Oh, I like the water. I like the water. What's that? Trying to stick? She's trying to catch the splashes. So funny. What's that? A long leash, let her run out there. I think she would go out there. She likes the water. Yeah. So, in the story now, it is 11:30 about. You know, you got extra time for taking their time walking into the car, out of the car, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go with 11:30. All right, let's get her in the car. So we're at Walgreens. Probably went through the drive-thru, I'm assuming, but maybe not. Anyway, they got here. Maybe 10 minutes to get the prescription.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's a wait.
So
To
be conservative, give time for all of this getting in and out of the car and everything, maybe 11:30. Because it took like 6 minutes to get here.
From
the swimming hole. No time, all the stuff's close together, so it's 11:30 at the latest. And Sonic. We'll go there now, which is just up the road. And she was maybe hot. No, cold. I don't know, after swimming, probably cold.
If they had an air conditioner on.
And she wanted a slushie.
Well, kids just like slushie. They don't care if they're hot or
she
cold.
was one of her favorites, I guess. Yeah, so I'm not going to read into anything. Alright, so we're going to do this in order. We're going to go to Sonic. I'm hungry, actually. I might get some food.
I'll get something.
Sonic, and then Priceless. Priceless is actually back on their way home. Can't remember the name of the drive. That basically closer to Eastman, but the Priceless is, yeah, near the Hampton Inn. Priceless Foods is near the Hampton Inn in Kingsport. They're headed back home.
Okay.
So they stopped there. So let's do this.
Okay.
We're gonna go straight to Sonic, order some food, and then go to Priceless.
And then take Hunter home.
Yep. Okay. Here's a question. Drive-through or parking? Which do you think they would have done?
I would think drive-through.
Drive-through?
Definitely.
It would have been a little faster. We'll do the parking, I guess. So what, bring the food home? Is that the...
Well, if they just got a slushie, they probably would have gone.
Drive-through.
Yeah.
They just left it, she drank it in the car, yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Sonic's Valley. What can I get for you?
Could I get crispy tenders?
Did you want a 3 or a 5 piece?
5-piece.
And did you want any sauce with that?
I'll go with barbecue.
And what else can I get for you?
I want to try the pickle fries.
And what else for you?
A cup of vanilla ice cream.
And what else for you?
One more thing.
Small chocolate shake.
A small chocolate shake.
And what else for you?
That should do it.
That'll be $13.97. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Can I try out a pickle fry? Just one.
Okay.
Jeez.
They're going to be really good and then you'll want more. So, yeah, it would have been approaching 12 o'clock, I think. Let's give Sonic some time. They're approaching. If we give If we're fair and we give Sonic time, then it's approaching noon. By the time they leave here,
Yeah.
I would think. Okay. So, okay. This is where things get a little hairy, and I think you made a good point a while ago when we were driving here. That Hunter says they took like an hour in here in Priceless, right there. I think Candace said, what, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
She said not very long. It wasn't very long.
Wasn't very
what she
long.
Said. Yeah.
And you made a good point
Did I?
about Hunter being in the car.
Yeah. Knowing teenage boys. I mean, it's possible they were gone for 20 minutes and he's like, oh, they were gone for hours.
Yep.
You know. It might have seemed longer to him than it was.
He was done. They were tired. They went swimming. He's like, I just want to get home.
He probably didn't want to be in the car.
I was wondering why, because of the location-wise, it would have been a lot faster just to take him home first and then come here because it's on the way. Like, most locals in Beach Creek will keep going, and basically you go to, you go in this direction to go back to Beach Creek. Not up the interstate.
Right.
To the highway to Rogersville, they go this way. It's faster.
Okay.
And so this is on the way to go home.
Yeah, but not on the way for Hunter's?
No, because we gotta go back to go to Hunter's.
Okay. Well, maybe she wanted Hunter to stay in the car with.
That's what I'm thinking. They were using him as like a babysitter kind of.
Could be.
Yeah. While they went in the grocery store. So that makes sense. Now it's like going to be around noon or like you said, give them a little time for
unforeseen
things like traffic. So we're as late as 12:30 before they get here. So let's say it's an hour. Let's say it's almost an hour. Then we're approaching 1:30.
Yep.
By the time they leave here. Now we're approaching 1:30. They're going to go back to drop off Hunter. It's 1:30. The latest, I think.
I think so.
I think that's fair, don't you?
Yeah.
Hunter's is 6 minutes from here. 1:30. They have a 6-minute drive to get Hunter back.
I was thinking that, oh my gosh, they did so much. What the heck? But then I realized you know, Kingsport is a little bit of a drive, so they probably wanted to get everything done that they could while they're here. Because, I mean, it's pretty far, right? Like for the
It's sort of
story.
like when I was a kid, we went to Fort Kent, which is 30 minutes away.
Right, it's like that.
That was the thing we did. We went shopping, we had
Right.
groceries, and
You
that.
tried to get as much done as you could while you were there.
If you're going to go to the hospital and get prescriptions filled, you might as well get your groceries done.
And your necessities, like
Liquor.
cigarettes.
Yeah. So all that makes sense because that's their trip to town. So we're going to go to Hunter's. It takes 6 minutes. It's going to be really quick. But still, again, it's backwards.
We're
It's
backtracking.
backtracking a little. So, but again, they needed a babysitter. So, okay. So we're in the neighborhood of Alley where they dropped off Hunter. The next location is on the way home, the milk jug photo.
It's not a location.
We know
it's
the
a- it's a-
location where they
well,
stopped.
where they took.
The picture, the photo,
They didn't stop.
there's a corner, there's a location that we have confirmed. It's also known publicly because it's on the Web Sleuth's map. So we can be pretty confident this is the location where that was taken.
Okay.
This is the location, and it is at the corner of Lone Star Road and Mural Road.
Okay.
It's 12 minutes from here. So they dropped off Hunter. We were at 12 or 12. No, we said an hour at the 1:30 because we were an hour,
Yeah.
up to an hour. 1:30, they went there, which puts it at 12 minutes, barely 2 o'clock,
When they got to that spot for the picture.
which is an hour off. So
More than or less.
they supposedly got there an hour after that, which means in all the testing we've done, we've lost an hour of possibly they took longer at the hospital.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah. The appointment could have taken an hour and a half. They could have stayed a little longer at the swimming hole, but an hour margin of error, I could see it getting worked into everything that.
Yeah, because they went so many places.
It's not like it's 2
They
hours.
could have had a hold up.
Right. We did, like you said, we did a lot of guessing.
Yeah.
So I think being in the hour range is pretty good. So we're going to drive the 12 minutes over to the corner where they took the milk jug photo. We're going to get out there and look around, but that's next.
Okay.
So it got really dark. It's like on the edge of raining here, and we're at the corner of Maryland, Lone Star. Number one, there's no real place to pull over. Jen's thinking maybe
over here, just on the grass.
on the grass.
Well, where else would they go? There's nowhere else to go.
It would have to be right here in the ditch. Or, yeah, on the main road, there's no place to park. And it's, I don't know. It's dark in here. Let me get the light on.
Very dark.
Ooh, that's bright.
I really don't like lights like that.
So,
Ugh.
what's your, like we were talking about on the drive here, it's raised more questions than answers for us.
Right. I think because of that, I think this was useful. Luckily, we're here and we're able to do this.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's been done yet, like an actual drive-through.
No, it would be hard for most people.
Yeah. So, yeah, it really gives us an idea of what could have happened.
And I just, like I said, the questions that come up for me is, it was a baking hot day. Was the car turned off when they went in the store, or was the air conditioning left running?
Or was one door open?
Did just Hunter open
Maybe
the door?
Hunter
Did they open
opened
windows?
his door.
Did they leave the car running, which would have used up a lot of gas if it did take 40 minutes to an hour? Was the car off? Is it possible there was overheating that happened while waiting in a baking hot car? But we don't have those answers. They could have just left the AC running.
Yeah.
But those are questions we have now. And why would they stop here to take a picture of her or a video of her on the milk jugs, cold milk jugs?
Right, because I think from going burning hot to freezing cold is a big shock to the system.
Huge
right?
shock. And then she had the slushy, which is really cold.
Right.
Ingesting a really cold slushy. She just went swimming, so her outer.
She's wet.
She was wet. Her core was cooler at that point because she'd gone swimming. Then hot again, a little bit warmer because they'd gone to get the slushy. Got cool inside, so her core is cold at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there was a long wait in a really hot car, that's a cool core, and then quickly getting overheated.
Right.
From cold to hot really fast.
Right.
And
for a child that would be a real shock to the system, more than it would an adult
more than it would if she hadn't gone swimming.
Yeah.
She would have just been warm and then gotten overheated. I don't know like I said, the AC could have been on and then we don't have any theory, but those are the questions we have.
Yeah.
So this was a very interesting drive, everyone. Mm-hmm. It was eye-opening to see the timing between places and why they chose to go different locations. But probably now it's starting to rain hard. So that we're gonna call it good. I hope this was interesting to you, informative, seeing all the places, and like I said, more questions than answers for us. But all right,
as usual.
As usual.
Right.
All right. Thanks for coming along, everyone. Thanks for all your support.
Yes.
Each search we do, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.